The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And the chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pairs game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Oh, hey, welcome to the Media Zone. Ed and Dave are here with you. It's May 9th, time to get the shorts out.
It's bedtime for you.
Getting a little warm. Sometimes it can be cool in May. Or
it's always warm in May. Let me adjust my spectacles.
Are your spectacles all adjusted? I
They're
guess
adjusted.
mine are.
They'll just slide down again momentarily. Well, we got to get going. We got 4 movies. It's summer releases, big films, lots of films, probably lots of crappy films. There's going to be films.
I count 2 crappy and 2 summer releases.
Okay.
I don't know how the other 2 got in there. I could have
You
dropped.
put them in there. That's how.
I think because on the 4 shows, sometimes we're lacking material, which we are. We did our 3D last time.
Right.
So we'll mention that again, though, because people, if you haven't ordered your 3D glasses, I think this will be coming up towards the end of May, which is Sweeps Month, as you know.
We all
So
know
we'll
that.
be doing a special 3D episode, or not the
Segment.
You don't
Okay.
want to tout the whole show is in 3D.
And even if you don't get your glasses on time, it's going to be on YouTube. You can watch it at your leisure.
That's right. There's a lot of 3D things you can watch on YouTube.
There you go. But I say we get rolling. We got 4 films. We got DVD releases. We've got the game. We've got to watch Ed get dressed. All this and more on this episode.
Yeah, I should have known it was April. When we tape this, it can get warm. Yeah, but these 2 are cold.
Yes, it's cold here in the studio.
I usually run warm, and then when my sinuses are clogged,
Down here in Howe's Caverns.
it's 50 degrees in Howe Caverns.
That's what it is here.
Is it 62? Yeah. We only need a few stalactites or mites. Or whatever. All right, let's get rolling.
All right.
Let's see what films are coming out this week.
What's first? Who's doing this?
You do this one.
King Arthur, King of the Britons. We are all king. We're all king of the Britons. Acclaimed filmmaker Guy Ritchie brings his dynamic style to the epic fantasy action adventure King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Starring Charlie Hunnam? In the title role, the film is an iconoclastic take on the classic Excalibur myth, tracing Arthur's journey from the streets to the throne. When the child, Arthur's father, is murdered, Vortigern, Arthur's uncle, seizes the crown, robbed of his birthright and with no idea who he truly is. Arthur comes the hard way in the back alleys of the city. But once he pulls the sword from the stone, his life is turned upside down and he is forced to acknowledge his true legacy, whether he likes it or not. This film is currently not rated. But it's not rated, but it also has sequences of violence and action, some suggestive content, and brief, strong language. And there you have it.
Yeah, I don't know what we're getting the not rated, but with the what's in it so far. Am I seeing Eric Bana in here?
Yes, I
okay,
thought
but
you
he
did.
wasn't mentioned.
I still say go get Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, that's one I like from the Monty Python. That's the best one.
It is. It is their best film.
Is there one that's close or not really?
The Meaning of Life was not really that good. It had its moments. What was the one about Jesus? I can't even think of the name of it.
Oh, Life of Brian?
Life of Brian. Is that Jude Law?
Yeah.
Life of Brian was pretty good. Again, it had some moments of boredom. But it was pretty good. But Monty Python and the Holy Grail is the best of all their films. Much more even, well made, on a very tight budget. King Arthur.
King Arthur, for those of you that like King Arthur, that's not my taste.
It is not your taste.
No.
Go back and watch Ivanhoe.
Oh, jeez.
Or Beckett. Or something like that. Well, I would recommend Beckett, actually.
What is Beckett, other than Ted Danson?
No, that's Becker.
Becker?
That was a pretty good show, though. Becker was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, Beckett is a Peter O'Toole, Richard Burton film. I believe he plays Richard II. Can't be sure. If you don't want to see Beckett, I suggest Lion in Winter. Great movie. Again, Peter O'Toole playing the same character, but different movie. But even better. One of the greatest actors of all time that people just don't seem to realize.
Richard Burton.
No, Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole.
Yeah, both a little on the drinky side.
So Oliver Reed in there, too.
Wow.
I
liked Oliver Reed as an actor, too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was a very good actor, but he did have that reputation, which was probably what most people spoke about. Ask David Letterman about that. That was a fine episode. But Peter O'Toole, I say, one of the greatest actors of all time that few people mention in that vein. But you should check out almost any film he's been in. Great acting.
Waiting for the dramatic pause before we cut back there. Do we have a new monitor down here? Is
No.
this a different one?
No, it's the same one.
Because remember a couple of weeks ago, our mouths were different. You know, the sound
Yeah,
was
they were a
off.
little off.
Now they're on, right, Dave? I'm not nuts down here.
I don't know. Let me talk real fast.
No,
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
That's pretty good.
Did you change your wiring over there? No, it's just you never know what you're going to get with this setup down here. And don't forget, coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to do the show when I'm not hot, where I'm holding the camera over here, and we see what's out here.
Oh, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Can we do that in 3D? We can do both segments?
I don't think there's a lot of 3D involved with that.
All right.
I could always convert it. Just throw it in this converter thing I have. So I suppose we could do some of that.
It's your call. You'll be retired soon. You have plenty of time.
Plenty of time. That
Next
is-
film, Ed.
That is true. God, I got to get out of that place. Paris can wait.
Oh, okay.
Anne is at a crossroads in her life. Long married to a successful, driven, but inattentive movie producer, she unexpectedly finds herself taking a car trip from Cannes to Paris with a business associate of her husband. What should be a 7-hour drive turns into a carefree 2-day adventure replete with diversions involving picturesque sights, fine food and wine, humor, wisdom, and romance. Reawakening Anne's senses and giving her a new lust for life.
Oh, we like that lust.
Jeez.
Diane Lane and
Whoops.
Alec Baldwin. Alec, I didn't know she was underage actress in one film. Did you read about that story?
I didn't read about that.
There was a film he made, I don't remember the name of it, but he said he was unaware that the actress was a teenager or underage. And he said he screamed at the producers once the film was over with. And the producers have come back and said, he's full of crap. He knew how old she was. He never yelled at us. He's a lion. S.O.B. So
Now, why was he concerned with that? Because he diddled?
it was a
Sexy scene?
yeah,
or-
but there was no nudity involved because the girl was underage.
Huh.
But there was still plenty of, romance kind of thing. Rubbing and the scrubbing and all that stuff.
I wonder which one that was.
Yeah, you'd have to look that up. I
to look
forgot.
that up.
But he said he was quite angry and upset, and the producer said, he's full of poo. But here's another film for us older folk.
Yeah, you go on a little car ride with Diane Lane there, and
I'd do that.
what do you think's going to happen at the end? Is she going to stay with this guy here, or is she going to go back to Alec Baldwin?
Well, he's inattentive movie producer, Ed.
Right. So
What would you do? Do you think his attentiveness would be brought back to attention?
Well, it wasn't that other film from a couple of
Yeah.
weeks ago. Remember where they were
That's
cheating? A lot of cheating older folks in these films coming out.
Right.
There's something going on in our next one, too.
The wedding plan?
The wedding plan.
Is that mine?
That's yours.
Wedding plan. At 32, Michael, an Orthodox Jewish... Oh, wait a minute. Michael? Is it Michael? I guess it's Michael.
Mikal?
Mikal?
It's Jewish.
Whatever. It's an Orthodox Jewish woman. Is finally looking forward to the comfort and security of marriage when she is blindsided by her fiancé's decision to call off the wedding with only a month's notice. Unwilling to return to lonely single life, Michael decides to put her trust in fate and plenty of fish and continue with her wedding plans, believing Mr. Right will appear by her chosen date. During Michael's month-long search, oh, a little dyslexic, for a spouse, she enlists the help of 2 different matchmakers, goes on a series of disastrous blind dates, and finds an unexpected connection with a charming but utterly unsuitable pop star, all while dismissing pleas by concerned friends and family members that she reconsider a risky plan. As the day of the ceremony grows closer and no suitor appears, Michael puts everything on the line to find happiness. PG for thematic elements. And why is it subtitled? Is it...
It's Jewish.
Oh, so it's not even an English film?
No.
Why did you put it on?
I normally I would take it off, but it looked kind of interesting.
Did it?
You missed the shot of the Asian guy.
I did
with
see the Asian guy.
With the, what do they call those? Hayat?
Are they Hasidic Jews with their little curlicues?
They must be.
Oh.
This is another one. She's winding up with, the guy. It's nothing like the groom.
So you're saying, for your sensibilities, this film looked interesting enough for you to put it on?
Right.
Okay. This coming from the man who wants to see Guardians of the Galaxy and wears no pants.
Not while watching Guardians of the Galaxy, just while taping TV shows.
I don't know. Maybe you got a thing for Groot.
Groot. You know that Vin Diesel's getting paid a ton of dough. It's not even going to be his voice this time. It's going to be altered to sound like a little baby Groot. And he's still getting paid a ton of dough.
There you go. That was The Wedding Plan.
Oh, might be interesting. That's probably going to show up in the art house over in Delaware Ave. What do they call that over there? Spectrum? Is that still open even?
I don't know.
You know what you don't see in the newspaper anymore is, remember the ads? You'd see the ads for the movies, and there's nothing in there.
Held over.
Held over. I miss all those little ads.
Second big week.
Maybe we should do on the show sometime where we show the old ads. I'll dig up some of those ads.
Madison Theater.
Yeah, whatever I can locally.
You better start getting this stuff together, Ed. You only got a few more times down here.
11 tapings after this one wraps up?
Wow. Where did it go, Ed? Where did
the time go?
I'm so depressed.
We'll have to make a list of things we want to do. We want to do. Yeah, I did over here. We did the 3D.
I already know what I got. I got one that's.
What would you like to do?
I would like you to keep your pants on.
Well, next time that'll be observed.
Okay.
we got to do one more nude or not game. We have to do that at least once more. We should have. Well, we're going to have guests down towards the end. Not the one that wrote in.
Why not?
We're going to be selective about some people.
No. Who wrote in?
Somebody wrote in and,
Oh, they wanted to come down here?
They wanted to come down. It has to be people that are vetted if we don't know who they are.
Oh, okay.
Even though the producer is leaving, the location here, it's still towards the end. You don't want people coming in and ripping off your 500K paint cans over here.
Quite frankly, I'm beginning to think he's full of crap. He ain't going anywhere.
You don't think he's going now?
First was I'm going to Arizona. I'm going to Arizona. I'm going to Arizona. Yeah, maybe Florida. Yeah, he ain't going. He don't even know what he's doing.
Was the location sold off yet, or it was just parceled out? It's not officially.
It's like a handshake agreement, but I think Judge Judy could wiggle out of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah. Now he's at we'll see.
He could pull his papers at the last moment.
I've just been handed a bulletin. 20 more years of the show, folks.
Oh,
20 more. Oh my God! I just think Gary had a heart attack, or Bob, or whatever it was.
He's been invited and will join us if he's able to.
Right.
He is one that is okay to come down.
Okay. Again, I'll ask this: his name is Gary, or he's Bob? I'm confused. I'm always confused.
Bob is the real name.
Bob is the real name.
Yeah. Maybe if he comes down, he
can explain that to me.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm very simple. I can't keep this straight.
Even if he doesn't want to be on the show, he can explain it from the guest chair
There you
over
go.
here. If
Right.
he doesn't want to be on camera.
All right. All right, go to the last movie.
Last movie. Oh, this is kind of sad, Dave.
It is? Oh, it will be, yes.
Snatched.
Oh.
Amy Schumer, Goldie Hawn.
Oh, boy.
That looks like the guy from the Asian Hasidic and the other one.
Isn't he got the straight off the boat? Isn't that the show? Fresh off the boat?
Is that fresh off the boat guy? Oh. Wanda Sykes and Joan Cusack. After her boyfriend dumps her on the eve of their exotic vacation. I don't think I could watch this movie. Maybe if they put her in a horror movie.
She looks like a largemouth bass.
What did she do, Dave? I know she's trying to look younger. She had half her face covered with hair. What did she do to the rest of it? It's the mouth, and then the injections weren't smooth. Do we have to read what's going on even? Let's see. Emily and Linda realize that working through their differences as mother and daughter in unpredictable, hilarious fashion and disturbing visuals is the only way to escape into the wildly outrageous jungle adventure they have fallen into.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, okay. This, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I wanted to see her first. Oh no! Oh, Ed!
What? This is the unrated trailer.
Oh, I wanted to see. What was it? Trainwreck? I never saw that.
Trainwreck. No, I never saw that either. I'd like to see that.
Oh boy. No, there's the injection for her lips. Oh.
Remember we saw that picture of Laughing? Her eyes were so wide and buggy.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame. Age is such a terrible thing, Ed.
I think age left to age naturally is less of a disturbing thing.
Well, that could be.
Charo doesn't look bad except for her nose is missing, apparently. Did you
what
see
was
that?
she on? Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing with the Stars. The body's in fine shape. We don't know how old she is. She has two ages.
I haven't watched that, so I don't know. I haven't seen her.
No, she's gone now, so you missed.
That's okay. I want Pia Zadora to be on it.
She looked pulled back when she was 20.
Yeah.
She looked kind of a little odd.
Wow. I'm sorry, Goldie, but we mock you. But
yeah, well, she did it to herself, and you saw Kurt Russell there.
Right.
What was it last week?
Yep.
At the end of that, and he looks fine with the beard. He might have had a little bit done.
I do think but men aging is not. You know what? As long as you don't do a Kenny Rogers, you're okay. Age, you know, it's okay. But there's a stigma or there's a pressure on women to look younger, so they tend to go a little overboard. And these doctors who do it, stop! Don't do it, because they're not going to use you as a reference for someone else when you make them look like that. You know, I don't want to be going out to Lake George and pulling up a Goldie Hawn. Just to put the pressure on the women to look good. That's what it is.
They used to just pull their face a little bit to get some of the wrinkles out, but now they're injecting things and it's bubbling out, and there's
it's a
it's
terrible
weird looking.
You better hope that Kurt Russell, as he ages, his vision starts to go.
Well, that's why the vision goes when you get older.
All right, there you go.
Look how gracefully we're aging right before your eyes.
You know, allow me to get the mascara combing in.
Let's see.
DVD releases?
DVD releases. And we're getting near the end of the show, and we don't have any. We might look at the Werewolf 3D thing again.
Psycho. That looks like Human Centipede.
Hey, that's probably where they stole this from. This was that Psycho remake.
The shot-for-shot remake?
The shot-for-shot remake, which you would think, geez, you're remaking a classic shot-by-shot. How could we screw that up? Well, watch this movie and see how they did it.
Was that Anne Heche and Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn. That was bad miscasting there. That was really bad.
What was that, like 98? Or am I going back to...
No, that's about right. I don't know how they could screw that up, but they did.
What? Who cares? Baseball.
I was going to ask you, do you care to watch it again in Blu-ray quality? Did we care the first time even? I didn't.
Well, sports fans do. You know, I'm a sports fan. I like sports. I'm a hockey guy. I have a favorite baseball team. I actually have a relative who pitches for my favorite baseball team.
Oh.
And I recorded a couple of their games, and I started to watch them the other night. I can't do it. Baseball is boring. I'd rather watch grass grow. It is boring. If you're a very cerebral person and you like the strategy of the pitch count and whether you should run or great. I'm happy for you if that's what you like. It's a snore fest. I can't watch it. It's awful. Baseball, it's boring. There's no action. You can be a fat guy and hit a ball, and if you can just hit it somewhere where someone ain't, you can get to first base. You just roll there. It's awful. Good night.
Okay, so who won this? Did we even know? The Cubs won.
Well,
then.
first time in like 1909 or
Well,
1908 was the last time they won.
That's why we're putting this out, I guess.
So it's a big deal. It was a big deal for them. Good for them, even though my team's in the same division.
Let's see.
American Mummy.
The American Mummy. There he is. I never heard of this.
Neither have I.
But you know, we do have a new Mummy film coming out with Tom Cruise. It looks more like a Fast and the Furious movie than a Mummy. This is supposed to kick off not this thing, but the Tom Cruise, a series of interconnecting monster films.
Wait, that sounds familiar.
With Tom Cruise?
I don't know. He's in the Mummy one. I don't know if he's in any of the other ones. They're setting it up like a Marvel universe.
Oh, see, there you go again with the word Marvel Universe.
Yes, that's what.
Did I mention this before? Please stop using that term.
Well, I have to describe what they're trying to do with
I think they're just ripping off Monster of the Week. I gotta get this.
I looked for the clip, but the thing was so disturbing.
Wow, really?
And the mask here, which doesn't have it in this illustration, but for some unknown reason, it has a rubber dildo hanging from the chin. No. I'll send the trailer over in our after show email.
I got to get this movie.
But it looks like a fun 90s, low budget. It doesn't look like that bad quality. It's a lovely illustration.
That reminds me of the beginning of like Texas Chainsaw 2. I think someone got their top of their head.
Top. Gorgasm.
Oh. Nice. That and yes. Oh.
You find some wacky stuff going through the entire list.
It is now time for A, Ed to get dressed, and B, the poster pairs game. So let's get rolling into the poster pairs game. What?
You have to describe what's going to happen. And
I'll describe what's going to happen. Ed's going to stand up, and he's going to put his pants back on.
I have cooled off. This is what's on Mr. Goldberg, right? He comes in, he drops his pants. Oh. I do that in the summer usually.
Oh, boy.
Drop the pants down.
All right, folks, here we go. It's the poster pairs game.
There's nothing to see over here, Dave.
Oh! It's the poster pairs game where you set in a number.
Ooh, I did that by mistake. I did.
Taking that home.
Just wash it off with some hot water. There's nothing.
All right, let me start this again. The poster pairs game where you send in via email 2 numbers from 1 to 6. Well, there it is. We select your entry and reveal what's behind the 2 numbers you've given us. If they match, you win 2 free movie passes. And if you write spin the wheel, we bring out the Schwinn tire. We spin it, and you might win up to 10 tickets. Last week, Michelle Christofoli won 2 tickets, spun the wheel, and ended up losing 1. It is a risk you take, folks. But life is about risks.
Oh, yeah.
And sitting here the last 3 weeks has been a risk. Even between shows.
It makes for memorable programming, though.
I don't remember nothing.
When you think to turn it on Tuesday.
I never think to turn it on. It's always an accident. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's how most people find it.
Betty Grinter, 3 and 6, and spin the wheel, Ed. That's
3
always,
is, I think
it's always
most
plus.
people are spinning now, right?
Well, they have been
Some we kind of chastise.
chastised.
On
3 and 6, and
3
the up
and
and down
6.
ploy.
I'm going to say we're going to match with this one.
You say it every week.
I said it last week and it worked.
Well, so once in a while you're going to hit. No.
Not this week, though. What do we got? Up and down. We got no ploys activated here. It's just a random mix.
It's the random ploy. Oh, sorry there, Betty. You didn't win. But yeah, keep writing in. Keep writing in. And here's how you enter. See, this is a little off. Look.
Huh.
All right. If you want to enter, send an email to mediazone95@gmail.com. That's mediazone95@gmail.com. Hiccup! And 2 numbers from 1 to 6. We select your entry, reveal what's behind the numbers you've given us. If they match, you win 2 free movie passes. If you decide to spin the wheel, you risk those 2 passes, but you could win 10 tickets. You have 1 chance to win 10. 2 chances to win 6, 2 chances to win 4, 6 chances you keep the 2 you won, 5 chances to give us 1 back, and 2 chances you give us both of them back. And there you go.
There you go. Wrapping up 4-episode taping with this one. It was one of our wackier tapings. Was it really torture, though?
At one point it was.
Yeah, it was. Not the pants part, but the
between show activity was pretty. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little intestinal distress over that. It was just pain, suffering. Oof. It was rough.
God knows I've had to endure that right here, right at the set. Although apparently not to that degree of.
Thank God for that Snickers bar. I had that before because I can't eat now.
Well, that's it. We'll be back. Now, let's mention this before we go out.
All right.
If you don't have your 3D glass, you used to have to do this when they'd show this on TV. You'd have to go to Burger King. But now all you have to do is order them right on Amazon. They have 3D glasses. You get 4 for like $2 or some ridiculous thing. And in a couple weeks, we're going to have that segment we shot last week.
Can't they make their own? If they had film?
If you have film like we do, if you have the film hanging around, you can just tape it on your eyeglasses, maybe.
There you go. That'll work.
So a couple weeks we'll have our first. I don't think we've ever had a 3D segment before.
We've done animated.
We did do the animated. Remember with the limited animation, we move the sticks around. It was the Ed and Dave show with sticks.
Yep.
A lot of classic things we've done through the years. We'll have to take a look at some of them.
That'll be our final episode, a retrospective, before we become, I don't know, Media Zone from our bedroom.
Yeah, there will be. I guess there will be something going on after
You think?
this.
You figure that out, because I'm technologically challenged.
We'll see you next time.
Why are we out? I thought he said we were done. What happened?
Did he mean the show is out in a year? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not now. You're not talking about this
no.
particular show,
No.
which we thought you were.
Oh, you were confused.
All right.
Well, now, what the hell? We just wasted 15 seconds saying what is he talking about, so now good night.
Now it's good night.
The Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.